Thursday of the third week of Lent reflection. Shema Yahweh. Listen, O Israel. My dear friends, it's important. From salvation history, we find how God wanted them to listen. Listen denotes obedience. You just listen and turn a blind ear. There's no meaning. So listening requires obedience. You obey to the word that you are listening. So this is exactly, today we find a demon that was mute. So that person cannot speak because of that position. So God has to exorcise that mute demon. So he spoke. So to speak, physiologically, in medical science, to speak, you should hear properly. You can have a problem with your vocal cords or tongue. Then of course you cannot speak. But if you can't hear properly, you don't know how to, you will just lisp and you won't be able to speak. So you speak with your hearing. So that devil has attacked this particular person. But then that same devil has attacked all the Pharisees and Sadducees and high priests. They never listened to the Lord. So what they spoke was rubbish. If you can't listen properly, what you speak is rubbish. There's no meaning. So they say, after curing that person, after exorcising, and that person started speaking, they speak rubbish, telling that he's casting out demons with Beelzebul, who is the prince of demons. And they don't know what they're speaking. They're off track, my dear friends. So it's very important that you listen. That you listen. If you don't listen in this journey, that's exactly why you should go to the desert. Desert and listen. Desert is a place where you hear the voice of God. That's exactly how John the Baptist went to desert, Elijah went to desert. Moses took people in desert for 40 years. So that's exactly the meaning of Lent. That you listen to him. In Gethsemane, he wanted to listen to the Father all the time. My dear friends, so this listening requires obedience. Adam and Eve fell because of disobedience. They could not listen to the voice of the Father. They listened to the devil's voice, Uchere. So that's exactly why Jesus wanted to listen and obey. So having said this, every kingdom, so they were thinking, he cast out demons by Beelzebul, the prince of demons, while others, to test him, keep seeking from him a sign from heaven. But he, knowing their thoughts, said to them. So one side, they wanted a sign, and the other party, they said he's casting out demons with the prince of demons. That's exactly how the Lord is negating their point. He's asking, then how about your people? And if Satan also divide against himself, and if I cast out demons by Beelzebul, by whom do your sons cast them out? So casting out demons was a fact in that time. By very fact, he negated the point. My dear friends, they were just not with the Lord. The first reading beautifully says, obey my voice. I will be your God and you shall be my people. That obedience requires listening. Thus says the Lord. This command I gave my people. And walk in all the way that I command you, that it may be well with you. But they did not obey or incline their ear, but walked in their own counsels and stubbornness of their evil hearts, and went backwards and not forwards. So this is exactly why we have to stop and think. What is happening to me? What is happening? And am I listening carefully? Because the voice is lost in the noise. We are lost in the worldly noises. That's why Elijah climbed the Mount Horeb, and God spoke to him in a whisper, in a breeze, not in a storm, not in a fire, not in an earthquake. So listen carefully. So unless you listen carefully, you act foolishly. All your actions, like the Pharisees, all what they did, my dear friends, was off track. That's exactly why the Lord is saying, from the day that your fathers came out of land of Egypt to this day, I have persistently sent all my servants and prophets to them for day after day. Yet they did not listen to me or incline their ear, but stiffened their neck. They did worse than their fathers. So you shall speak all these words to them, but they will not listen to you. So this is Jeremiah's challenge. Jeremiah's challenge. So for Jeremiah to speak, he should listen. When he listens only, he can speak. So what Jeremiah spoke before the people challenged them. But then the people, but Jesus spoke to the people, challenged them. But then on the contrary, what Pharisees, Sadducees and high priests spoke was meaningless, senseless. Because their hearts like Meribah and Massah, their stubbornness has taken them away from the connection. So it's important. If you are connected only, you will bear fruit. The word says, so they shall speak all these words to them, but they will not listen to you. You shall call to them, but they will not answer you. And you shall say to them, this is the nation that did not obey the voice of the Lord their God, and did not account discipline, truth, and perished. Truth has perished. It is cut off from their lips. So if you do not listen, you will be doomed. If you do not listen, obey, you will be destroyed. That's exactly why the Lord is challenging you today. My dear friends, you cannot compromise with sin. There's no other way. Either you're with Jesus or you're without Him. There's no other way. That's exactly why the Lord is saying, whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters. So there is no double standards. No, you cannot compromise. Either you are with the Lord or you are without the Lord. So that's exactly why it's a decisive point, vintage point, where you decide strongly today to listen to Him. Go to the Lord. If you are also mute with that demon, if you speak rubbish, if you act worthlessly and meaninglessly, and you play havoc with your life, problem you can't hear Him. If you don't hear Him, you won't act properly. In hearing requires the connection. When you hear Him only, you are connected. It shows that you are connected. If you are not connected, you will never bear fruit. So this is a challenge today the Lord is bringing forth. Are you with me, or are you partly with Him? There cannot be. There cannot be. Either you are with Him or you are without Him. So it challenges you to ask yourself, do you listen and obey? It's difficult. Devil will fight against it, pull you from the leg, and it's going against your own current. Yet you have to listen. If you have a weakness, go to Him. Let Him touch you. Let Him heal you of your demonic force, dear friends. Amen. May God bless you.